Hello, fifth graders. Welcome back to Fiesta Gardens Library. I hope everyone had a wonderful and restful October break. Before we begin reading today, I have an announcement. We are going to be checking out books to Fiesta Gardens students from this library. I'm so excited. The process obviously is different because you're not here. Directora sent out an announcement to all the families of exactly how to do that. You have to go onto your Chromebook, find Destiny Discover, put books on hold. I will then find the books and you will come to school and pick them up. I can't wait. I hope everybody takes advantage of checking out books from the Fiesta Gardens Library. If you have questions, make sure to contact me. My email information is on the note that Directora sent. Okay, we are continuing with our election reading, but today I'm reading you a book that some of you may have already heard. I love this book. It's called So You Want to Be President. The author is Judith St. George. Beautiful title page with the first president, George Washington. There are good things about being president, and there are bad things about being president. One of the good things is that the president lives in a big White House called the White House. Another good thing about being president is that the president has a swimming pool, bowling alley, and a movie theater. The president never has to take out the garbage. The president doesn't have to eat yucky vegetables. As a boy, George H.W. Bush had to eat broccoli. When George H.W. Bush grew up, he became president. That was the end of broccoli for him. One of the bad things about being president is that the president always has to be dressed up. William McKinley wore a frock coat, pinstripe trousers, stiff white shirt, black satin tie, gloves every single day. The president has to be polite to everyone. The president can't go anywhere alone. The president has lots of homework. People get mad at the president. Someone once threw a cabbage at William Howard Taft. That didn't bother Taft. He quipped, "I see that one of my adversaries has lost his head." Lots of people want to be president. If you want to be president, it might help if your name is James. 6 presidents were named James, 4 Johns, 4 Williams, 3 Georges, 2 Andrews, and 2 Franklins. All became president. You probably weren't born in a log cabin. That's too bad. People are crazy about log cabin presidents. They elected 8. William Harrison was born in a big Virginia mansion, though. He won the election with a log cabin and hard cider slogan. If you want to be president, your size doesn't matter. Presidents have come in all shapes and sizes. Abraham Lincoln was the tallest, 6 feet 4 inches. James Madison was the smallest, 5 feet 4 inches and only 100 pounds. William Howard Taft was the biggest, more than 300 pounds. He was so big that he had a special tub built for his White House bathroom. 4 men could fit in the tub. Maybe Taft's problem was that presidents can order any food they want. Andrew Johnson once served his guests turtle soup and oysters and fish and beef and turkey and mutton and chicken and mushrooms, all at one dinner. Though the Constitution says you'll have to wait until you're 35, young, old, and in between have become president. Theodore Teddy Roosevelt at 42 was the youngest. He had pillow fights with his children and played football on the White House lawn. Ronald Reagan was the oldest. When he first ran for president, he was 69. He joked that it was the 30th anniversary of his 39th birthday. Some presidents joked and some didn't. Presidents' personalities have all been different. Some presidents joked and some didn't. Presidents' personalities have all been different. William McKinley was so nice that he tried to stop a mob from attacking the man who just tried to shoot him. Benjamin Harrison was so cold that one senator said that talking to Harrison was like talking to a hitching post. Andrew Jackson certainly wasn't shy. When he ran for president, his opponents printed a list of his duels, fights, shootings, and brawls. 14 in all. Don't worry about your looks. Abraham Lincoln was a homely man, but he was one of our very best presidents. Warren Harding was a handsome man, but he was one of our worst presidents. He gave government jobs to his crooked friends. I am not fit for this office and never should have been here, he did admit. Do you have pesky brothers and sisters? Every one of our presidents did. Benjamin Harrison takes the prize. He had 11. It's lucky he grew up on a 600-acre farm. A president in your family tree is a plus. John Quincy Adams was John Adams' son. George H.W. Bush's son, George W. Bush, became president too. Benjamin Harrison was William Harrison's grandson. James Madison and Zachary Taylor were second cousins. Some presidents threw money around and some were penny pinchers. James Monroe ordered French silverware, china, candlesticks, chandeliers, and clocks, and all different kinds of furniture for the White House. 93 crates in all. William Harrison was thrifty. He walked to market every morning with a basket over his arm. Do you have a pet? All kinds of pets lived in the White House, mostly dogs. Herbert Hoover had 3, Piney, Snowflake, and Tut. Tut must have been a Democrat. He and his Republican master never got along. Franklin Roosevelt's dog, Fala, was almost as famous as his owner. Barack Obama promised to give his daughters a dog if he was elected president. He was, and he did. George H.W. Bush's dog wrote Millie's book, Adventures of a White House Dog, as told to Mrs. Bush. Benjamin Harrison's goat pulled his children around in the cart. The Coolidges had a pet raccoon. Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton preferred cats. Theodore Roosevelt's children didn't just have pets. They ran a zoo. They had dogs, cats, guinea pigs, snakes, mice, rats, badgers, raccoons, parrots, and a Shetland pony called Algonquin. To cheer up his sick brother, young Quentin once took Algonquin upstairs in the White House elevator. You don't have to be musical to be president. Ulysses Grant certainly wasn't. He knew only 2 tunes. One is Yankee Doodle, he said, and the other one isn't. But many presidents were musical. Thomas Jefferson, John Tyler, and Woodrow Wilson played the violin. John Quincy Adams, the flute. Bill Clinton, the saxophone, and Warren Harding, almost any brass instrument, including the sousaphone. Some presidents knew how to dance, and some didn't. Our first presidents did a mean minuet. At his inaugural ball, George Washington danced with every lady but his wife. Mrs. W. had stayed home. James Madison's opinion of his inaugural ball, I would much rather be in bed. Not all presidents danced, but most had a sport. John Quincy Adams was a first-rate swimmer. Once, when he was skinny dipping in the Potomac River, a woman reporter snatched his clothes and sat on them until he gave her an interview. Though most presidents went to college, 9 didn't. Thomas Jefferson was top-notch in the brains department. He was an expert on agriculture, law, politics, music, geography, and many, many more things. He founded the University of Virginia and whipped up the Declaration of Independence. And some of you may remember that my sons go to the University of Virginia. If you want to be president, you might consider joining the Army. Many presidents were part of our military service. Almost any job can lead to the White House. Presidents have been lawyers, teachers, farmers. Andrew Johnson was a tailor. Ronald Reagan was a movie star. One thing is certain. If you want to be president and stay president, be honest. Harry Truman paid for his own postage stamps. Grover Cleveland was famous for his motto, "Tell the truth." Other presidents weren't so honest. Democrat Bill Clinton was impeached for lying under oath. Republican Richard Nixon's staff broke into Democratic headquarters to steal campaign secrets. There they are, a mixed bag of 43, today it's 45 presidents. Some loved the job. No president has ever enjoyed himself as much as I, Theodore Roosevelt said. Others hated it. The 4 most miserable years of my life, John Quincy Adams complained. Every president was different from every other, and yet no woman has been president. No person who wasn't a Protestant or a Roman Catholic has been president. But if you care enough, anything is possible. 34 presidents came and went before a Roman Catholic, John Kennedy, was elected. More than 200 years passed before an African American, Barack Obama, ran for and won the presidency. Being president can be wanting to serve your country like George Washington, who left the Virginia plantation he loved to lead the country. It can be looking toward the future like Thomas Jefferson. It can be wanting to turn lives around like Franklin Roosevelt. And it can be wanting to make the world a better place like John Kennedy, who sent Peace Corps volunteers around the globe to teach and help others. Every single president has taken this oath. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Only 35 words, but it's a big order when you're president of this country. That's the bottom line. Tall, short, fat, thin, talkative, quiet, vain, humble, lawyer, teacher, or soldier. This is what most of our presidents have tried to do, each in his own way. Some succeeded, some failed. If you want to be president, a good president, pattern yourself after the best. Our best have asked more of themselves than they thought they could give. They have had the courage, spirit, and will to do what they knew was right. Most of all, their first priority has always been the people in the country they serve. So, you want to be president? It's possible when you are 35 and if you were born in the United States. The author is Judith St. George. This continues our reading about the upcoming elections on November 3rd. Next week, we will read a Halloween story finally. And then the week after is election week, and we will read another book about the election. Thank you, 5th graders. Don't forget about checking out books from Fiesta Gardens Library. Bye-bye now.